with MailChimp. You can guide customers.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. Perhaps the powers that be, don't appreciate our new selections for replacement of Crying Jordan. We'll get right back down to business though. We don't want to waste too much time. That was just an intro. Everybody check that out. We're going to be having the voting, I guess. That'll be its own video. Pookie number 1, Pookie number 2, and which speaks for itself. So right here we got a package from Amazon. We're going to see what this is. We're going to see what this is here. Little Christmas time. Christmas time in Mecca. What y'all know about these? This right here, shout out to the brother. He chose to remain anonymous. These right here, I don't know if you can see that on the package. Those is easels. Easels like that you paint on. Right here, we got easels donated to us for the art class that we getting ready to set up. So we starting off right here. We got 6 easels. Looks good. Shout out to the brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he chose to remain anonymous, but this is exactly what we need. Everybody doing their part. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure the kids, these people on here, it's not for them. But the kids should know who you are. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have some fun with this summer. I guess we're gonna introduce it. We're gonna wait till the weather warms up a little bit so we can put the easels right out in front of the school and let it have the attracting power that it has. You know what I'm saying? Also, anybody out there, if you in New York and you got that type of art skills, you know what I'm saying, that you feel like you can show the baby some things, let me know. Come down and we need that. Anybody really, if you a school teacher, man, you could do GED. If you got the you could teach the OSHA stuff, whatever it is. Step right up. So this time we got Felix Almanzar back in the building. Knowledge of Law, Why Son, Zigzag Zig, District 120, Fly Phrase from the Providence Plantations, G Cypher Divine, Luke Cage, Self I Bill. You know what I'm saying? So, as y'all know, I've been engaging over the past couple of days with individuals in the comment sections of some of these videos. You know, one particular video that I made, it really seemed to bring out some things that some things that it really caused me to have to search. Some of these individuals that come into you said the guy Allah Shah was talking about is Kashim Allah. What Allah Shah? Yo, King Me, speak. You know, I seen you on the what was that? It's another channel I look at. Pink Book Lessons. I seen you in the comments over there. You know that young lady, she knows her Bible. I give her credit. She knows her Bible. But Khalid Gassil, Justice, Self-Out Bill, Luke Cage, G Cypher Divine, Jason Rosario, and you say you got a question. I know I understand that this knowledge is for babies, but can someone older who is willing to really learn, can they be taught the knowledge? Not really. They can learn it, but yeah, it's going to be difficult to teach it. Like, that's just the more work they're going to have to put in to get it, because, teaching, it requires, somebody's got to learn. You know what I'm saying? And, there's certain things that you got to accept, like shutting the fuck up, that, older people is just, we're not speaking like, yeah, in the perfect world. You know what I'm saying? In the perfect world, yeah, anybody can learn from anybody. But in reality, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be more difficult. You know what I mean? And just the, my man Divine Truth in the building. Hold on for a second. Whenever Divine Truth comes in, we gotta hit that. But once a person reaches a certain point, even in the just the general aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? Let me take these out too. Let me keep this right here so everybody can see. This right here for the new people that's coming in. The brother donated these. He donated these for the art class that we're going to be having. This is easels where you put the canvas on. Where you put the canvas where you could paint.
Peace, Joe.
Peace. Brother donated us 6 of these, so we that much closer to getting. The art class started. Nah, these go on the floor. These is 63 inches tall. So this is, this guy, it's tripods. These are the tripod ones. These is fly. But like I said, a person that get, to a stage in life where you got things you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't have time, like, I had time when it was days when, look, after school I'm going home and I'm studying my lessons. That's what I'm doing. Like, I don't have, no other obligations that I got to do it said be back at school tomorrow. You know, in the summertime, you know, that's you know, you don't have nothing else to do except go to the cipher over there. I mean, not saying you don't, you know, you might play basketball or whatever, but I'm saying, you know, it's not, you know, people are not going to eat and starve. You know what I mean? People not going to be hungry, nakedness, dealing with hunger, nakedness, and out of doors if you don't handle what you got to handle. You know what I mean? But once a person reaches a certain age, you got babies and all of that, then, you know, to have that time to put the intensity into it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You know what I mean? You know, just like I was saying yesterday, there's certain things you could just memorize the facts and all of that. You understand what I mean? But there's another element, like for instance, you know, if you knew really, I'm sure it still exists. I just don't be around it. But you know, you ever be around a woman, right, that you ain't never seen her read a recipe ever in your life? That you ain't never seen her use a teaspoon to measure no salt or no sugar. You ain't never seen, but every time it comes out perfect. See, you can't memorize everything off the paper. See, and by the same token, some people have the paper down to the letter, down to the 350.62 degrees, and the shit don't come out right. You see what I'm saying? So the you know, the aspects of learning that part is what's going to be more difficult. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, it don't matter when you get it. It just matters that you got it. You know, but the important thing is to really have it. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a surface level of it that I'm actually seeing right now. You know, it's what I was getting ready to get into. You know, I see a lot of people in these comment sections, man. You know, and it's like as a nation, we have stalkers. I'm starting to see that now. You know, to the point where, you know, and look, to each their own, everybody do their thing. You know, I got people in the LGBTQ community, you know, shout out to the LGBTQIA community. I got people from that community in my building. You know, when I come out, they hold the door for me, I hold the door for them. You know, we don't have a problem. But as I look in the comment section, I feel like there's people that need to hear that I'm straight. Like, I don't know if it's some kind of signals, you know, because see, I'm not a part of the community, so I don't know if it's some type of signals that would, you know, lead one to believe that one is open to LGBTQIA activity, but I'm not. It's not a condemnation thing. I don't like to get into my personal business on here. I don't want to turn this into Will and Jada over here. But I can produce witnesses. I'm talking about first-hand witnesses, not hearsay. First-hand witnesses that I'm heterosexual. I can't. You can't. No, she ain't good. you got, certain individuals that they really seem to be obsessed with us, and I can't understand, what it is. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like, you keep leaving stuff in my house or something. You know, I thought, like people, they come on the comments and say, I used to be God, I used to study the lesson. I clean break, man, go your way. Is that what it is, King Me? I like a trap. They got things confused. Thomas? That's a good question. I ain't see Thomas in a minute. Thomas draws pictures like Ibn Esau. They look just like him. All the characters is Thomas. But yeah, I don't understand why these people, like, if they fell victim, why don't they, well, let me not even say they fell victim, if they've, enlightened themselves to a higher level. What is the point of, coming back on these channels? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? There's another thing that I've been detecting out there. When like I said, the video that seemed to really get under people's skin is when I said that New York is the root of this knowledge, and that if you don't know nobody from New York, you don't know nobody that's been exposed to people from New York, you're not getting this right. You might have the knowledge and wisdom, but you're not getting the culture. You're not getting the refinement, and you're still a savage. You can't buy that part from Melchizedek. The supreme mathematics is principles. You can't buy that. And that's what these clowns don't understand. See, another thing I'm seeing, there's a certain amount of just old-fashioned New York hate. It's just, there's some old-fashioned New York hate. And see, I recognize what it is. Because, let me tell y'all something. Hating New York is built into the fabric of this country. In the founding documents, there's hate of New York. Question, we're gonna have a little civics lesson. Let's have a little civics lesson. A little civics lesson. Does anyone know why there's only 2 senators in every state? Why does every state have 2 United States senators? Let me show y'all how this New York hate. Let me show y'all how this New York hate runs. Does anyone know why each state has 2 senators? Yeah, SW, when was it New York the root, and why would that statement be controversial? Like, if everything, if you do Kung Fu, people ask you about your lineage, man. Like, how you do Shaolin, Who taught you? Who taught you Shaolin Kung Fu? Yeah, you know, King Me. You know, I'm glad you're on here because I wanted to ask you to. I don't know if you was in the live yesterday, but I wanted to get some advice from some of the brothers that's from out in other places, the West, the Midwest, because I can see this is what this is about a little bit. People saying niggas from New York, we funny style, right? So I'm asking you, I don't know if you was listening to the live yesterday and some of the things that people were saying about me, and I was just wondering, after those things that they said, we supposed to run the fade now, right? I was just wondering, like, see, in New York, in New York, those was fighting words. But I don't know, maybe this is a part of what y'all trying to tell us. So I just wanted some of the brothers, you know, Chicago, LA, could y'all chime in and let me know? We supposed to run the fade when we see each other, right? I don't know. I need some advice here. So Knowledge Born said that it's 2 senators because Congress is by population, so it puts every state on equal standing in the Senate, right? You know, just to, you know, I don't know if people need clarity, but, you know, to clarify a little bit, right, is that in a democracy, right, the popular vote or the vote of the people is supposed to make the decisions on how the land is ruled, right? But rich people don't really like democracy. There's only 1% of y'all, 10% of y'all, whatever number you want to put on it, right? We don't want to set up a system where, you know, these poor people could vote to take our money away. So in order to negate that, the Senate was one of the systems that was set up. And part of the way the Senate was supposed to work to negate the popular vote was, first of all, at the time the Constitution was written, the Senate wasn't elected by the popular vote. They was appointed by the state legislatures. You know what I'm saying? And so the Senate was designed because they knew that the places with the highest populations was going to have the most representation in Congress. You know what I'm saying? So the smaller states, like Knowledge Born said, in order to be on equal standing as far as, you know, what was going to be ruled on as the laws of the land, right? As well as, like I said, a method to, what is going on? See, we start talking serious, and all of a sudden I notice something going on with the stream. But we gonna keep going. Like I said, they set up this system where every state will have 2 senators, right? So states with a small population would be able to negate what states with a large population would be able to do, right? And so you got to ask yourself, what's the place with the largest population? And that would be the Northeast in general. That would be the Northeast in general, and that would be New York City in specific. And so you see, you know, everyone, when you practice this when you hate on New York, are you in the room, VC realm? Because this would be for you too. When you hate on New York, you're practicing white supremacy. See, it's you gotta go back and check the files. Who is the Confederacy talking about? Those bankers from New York trying to destroy our way of life. So don't be a white supremacist. Come to New York and build with us. That would be the righteous thing to do. IB said the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act passed into law today. So what is the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act? You know, that's one of them things, right? It's sometimes, you know, at least for me, I have to ask myself, like, you know, did we need a law for that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know, some things that it almost seems like pretty obvious that, so let's see here. Oh man, nah, this is connected to Matthew Shepard's, huh? Alright, James Byrd. I don't know James Byrd. The act amends the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act and prior hate crime laws to define lynching as any conspired, bias, motivated offense which results in the death or serious bodily injury. It was passed by the U.S. House of Representatives on February 28, 2022, in the U.S. Senate on March 7, 2022, and signed into law on March 29, 2022 by President Biden. The bill was named after 14-year-old Emmett Till, who was lynched in Mississippi in 1955, sparking national and international outrage. A federal anti-lynching bill has been in discussion for over a century and had been proposed hundreds of times. Past attempts, which passed at least one legislative chamber, include the Dyer anti-lynching bill, the Costigan-Wagner bill, and the Justice for Victims of Lynching Act. So the text here says the act amends section 249A of Title 18 of the United States Code to include 5 lynching. Whoever conspires to commit any offense under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 shall, if death or serious bodily injury as defined in section 2246 of this title results from the offense, be imprisoned for not more than 30 years, fined in accordance with this title, or both. Other conspiracies: whoever conspires to commit any offense under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 shall, if death or serious bodily injury as defined in section 2246 of this title results from the offense, or if the offense includes kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, be imprisoned for not more than 30 years in accordance with this title. Okay, I got some questions here. So where is, let me see. Let's look in this Title 18 here. And it, what is it? Section 249 you looking for? I'm looking for, IB, do you have a reference for what is this paragraph 1, 2, and 3 of this where is paragraph 1, 2, and 3? Is it, let's see if it's in this Matthew Shepherd. And James Bird law. Does well, IJF came in. It makes lynching a fed crime, been up 200 times before it was passed. It is basically saying if you commit a hate crime that caused serious physical injury, you can get up to 30 years. I'm gonna tell you, here's the thing, and I know, look, I'm a cynical individual. I'm a cynical individual. Exactly, JF. That's what I was saying. That it's some things like we need a law for that. You need extra special. You need extra special instructions for that. You know what I'm saying? And then when you say not more than 30 years, I mean, is that really like if you did something like that, we really trying to put a cap on how long you're gonna get? I don't really understand that. But here's the reason why I want to know what paragraph 1, 2, and 3 says. Because, and like I said, this is a cynical point of view. Anybody could point that out, and that'll be fair. But we know how these laws get implemented. And so the way I read that, when just reading it, and I'm not a lawyer, but without knowing what paragraph 1, 2, and 3 says, I would say if you're in a gang, you better look out. And it's not, I'm saying that this is just like RICO, and multiple other statutes. Yeah, when it came in, it was a perfectly good reason, but it ended up disproportionately affecting us in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, yeah, it has to be a hate crime, but that's kind of just like the police got to be scared to shoot you. They got to think it was a threat, but now you want a subjective scale now. I'm just saying that there's danger there. There's danger there based on because look, this is what I'm saying. When the Chinese, not the Chinese, when the Asian people was winning all the fights, nobody was talking about Asian hate. Like when they punched that lady in the mouth, that dude punched that lady in the mouth in front of the hair salon. And when they beat that girl, with the broomstick out there at Flatbush, or that other lady, they had her down in a headlock in the store. See, everything was good then. Then they lost a couple, and now it's Asian hate. So I'm just saying, man, I think it's but that's, look, I'm, like I said from the jump before I started, yeah, I'm a cynical individual, so I can see people saying like, yeah, you're blowing it out of proportion, but I keep my eye on them. Yeah, that is a good question right there, JF. IB, do we have any record so far on uh, who, if anyone, voted against it? Not the other 200 times. This time it was it was you gotta have heart. You gotta have heart to vote against something like that. Cause that's coming up at the next election, my G. Jason Rosario said last year they came out with the Asian hate bill. It may be connected to that. Possible. Right. Malik Lowe said, what constitutes a hate crime? In New York City, what has tended to, at least in my observation, what has tended to be the barometer is if you make a statement about whatever is the person's oppressed characteristic. Like right now, let's because we're not trying to pick on different people. So let's use me as an example. Right? Let's say, in whatever percentage, whatever infinitesimal percentage of reality that might represent, right? Let's say a white man came up and kicked my ass right now. He could do that. But if he say, you black nigger, why he kicking my ass? And then it say, hey, God. Yeah, that's pretty much the general consensus in New York, is that if you had to kick somebody's ass, do it in silence. But I'm sure if you look in the legal literature, you'll find some roundabout explanation of what constitutes hate. The law didn't pass last year. Well, yes, hey, listen, man. They hardcore, they gangster. That's what's my man name? The dude that got shot? The dude that said it's gonna be segregation now. It was segregation then, and it's gonna be segregation forever. Wallace. I hear it. They got that heart like Wallace. Love, Islam, victory, equality, peace. said, we're born at? Black Pharisees, West Coast wise. He said, yeah, they gotta prove it was racially. Yes, yeah, so, I mean, how do they tell though? You know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm saying, if you know, if a black gang and an Asian gang having beef, and you know, one side or the other side launches an attack, I mean, that fits in the description of what I just read. Gee, that's what I'm saying. You know, and I'm not here to justify what they do. I'm not here to say it's right. I'm just here to say that we've seen these laws backfire on us before. So I'm just always cautious. The same way with Eric Adams, a lot of things that he's instituting is like, dude, listen, I don't see, you know, the ingredients that you're putting into this pot. You know, like it's just certain shit I don't eat. Like if I see you putting ham hocks, mayonnaise, onions, garlic, you know, see the shit I don't eat, I don't be thinking about it like that. But if let's say I saw you putting all that in the pot, I'm not going to assume that the dish you make is going to be something that I'm going to eat. Like the ingredients that you're putting in here. So, you know, I'm always kind of leery about these things, man. You know what I'm saying? This bill had right and left support. I mean, it has to, right? I mean, that's what I say. It takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of heart to vote against something like that. Because, you know, in the political arena, you know, people do a lot of things to kind of remain ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? To kind of disguise their real, you know, point of view so that they can attract the most voters. But, you know, if you're going to just come out and vote against a bill that just the name of it, son. Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. Like, that's some shit where, look, if you was against it, right? If I was against it, I would feel like that was some bullshit you putting that name on it right there, son. Like, now that was some bullshit. Like, how can you vote against that, son? Black Nobility Black said, I thought these online ciphers were over. I mean, you know, listen. They apparently they need us. I don't know if you watch the comment sections, but you know, we stars over here. We big time YouTubers. You know, we have dedicated haters. You know, I couldn't figure it out. I was thinking maybe it's like a little bit of overflow. Maybe it's a little bit of overflow. You know, I was thinking that dudes like Hassan Campbell, like he got so many haters that dudes, they don't want to hate over there because it's like, you know, he got 50,000 comments, so your hate is not going to be, it's not even going to be a drop in the bucket. So they come over here and hate because they see, you know, I answer all the comments and stuff. But I just explained about the hate and where it comes from. It's white supremacy. They don't understand. God I said, did you touch on the public flogging of Ketanji Brown Jackson last week? I actually didn't know who, and that's my fault. but I've been a little bit out of the loop for the last couple of months. But I actually didn't know who Ketanji Brown Jackson was until last week. Like, I had heard that, they was nominating a black woman and everything, you know. Listen, black woman and all that, but Biden though, and I know I'm a stickler, God. I'm a stickler. I don't, and there was one particular thing. That was asked of her, and I was like, wow, man, this is. And I mean, she answered it in like a legal kind of way, but it's just like, damn, God, you know what I'm saying? I don't, God, at the end of the day, I'm just not pro-black, God. You know what I'm saying? The person got to show and prove, you know what I mean? So it's like, you rolling with Biden, you know what I'm saying? Where's your principles? I know what you look like, but where's your principles? And one of the things they asked her was, can she define what a woman is? She said she's not a biologist. I mean, what's her record of you saw that too, Jason Rosario? Right, she equivocated on this CRT question as well. Oh man, Almighty, you can't. Come on, man. You gonna make me kick you out the room putting daggers like that, man? How you gonna say? How you gonna say that woman husband white? How you gonna just? How you gonna just throw a bomb like that in the middle of the floor? That's some old shit where they be like, yo, man, what's that beeping sound? Yeah, I just hit the nuclear code and shit. Yeah. You ain't there from the restaurant. I'm going over to 7-Eleven. You want me to bring something back? Who does that? Who does that, Almighty? Just throw a bomb in the floor like that. Oh man. You know. Oh yeah, yeah. Whoa, they said she's soft on pedophiles. That's a category of people that's no friend to the Random Jews channel. See, look, I wouldn't give a fuck who you is and what the rest of your point of view is. If somebody confirms that, I'm not down with you. I can't. you know. And I feel funny. I don't want to talk about it like this. I would rather have some more information on it before I start talking like this. Because this used to be a Hotep channel at one time, if you recall. It used to be Hotep. Till the indictments started coming out. Then we had to skip town. Nobility Black said white supremacy is one or more Europeans using deceit, threat of violence, or violence to deceive original people in the 9 areas of people activity. What are the 9 areas? The God I.B. says she's married to the dude from Color Me Bad. Who? The Ketanji Brown Jackson? See, y'all been coming on with a lot of incendiary statements the last 2 days, man. I don't know what's going on. I gotta start, man. Dude, how you get moderators, man? I need some moderators for y'all, man. I don't know how that works. Mrs. Spock says she's big with the divested crowd too because of her husband. I just learned what divesting meant the other day. A lot of mental sickness on this internet reaching critical mass. Oh, you don't know about the divestors? You know, you know, there's some people, IB listens to them. You know, I know some of them. You know, I mean, I don't know them personally, but I've listened to their, like, posts and rooms or whatever, different things. You just said Brandon's whole cabinet is littered with the swirling community, the ice cold on the other side. Y'all grimy, man. See, this is why people, you see why people talk about me the way they talk about me, man. I think y'all do shit like this, yeah, man. This is the reason Chris Rock got slapped, man, because of people like y'all, man, that can't stop, man. Y'all just won't let up, man. Y'all won't let up till the man cracks. Hotep is comedic. Well, Hotep is it's the update. It's the update or the King James version for the inner city prophet. I said do a tutorial. Yeah, how you get rich? I don't know how you do it. Nine areas of people: politics, religion, sex, war, economics, health, and something else I can't remember. Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war are Fuller's 9. Neely Fuller came up with that. West Coast Wise said Biden is secretly putting his white brethren in place who's married to these black Aunt Carols. Y'all cats is relentless, man. Yeah, cats. Y'all cats is relentless. Yeah, JF, that's what I said. She answered the question in a legal manner. And I understood that. But at the same time, that's a slippery slope into things, you know. It's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? And there's a sentiment out there, right? That kind of condemns black people, right, for I guess you could say not understanding not understanding how other people's oppression, I guess, is like ours. You know what I mean? I'm just saying on just the double-edged sword of what Supreme Court justices can do. You know what I'm saying? You know, would I say that I'm grateful that once upon a time the Supreme Court ruled in favor of civil rights? Yeah, I would have to say that. You know what I mean? But, especially when we was talking about that the other day, how these judges and the way they look at the world shapes law. It shapes the precedents. You know what I'm saying? So just in the precedents of what are rights, right? When in 1776, right, there's people that say, look, we got the right to do this and the right to do that they was not talking about in 1776. You know what I'm saying? Rights have been greatly expanded. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness meant that you had your own land, your own tools, your own seeds, and that you could do whatever you wanted to with the proceeds that you got from your labor with that capital. But see, like I said, if my freedom of expression, is added in where I say, look, I feel like a lion, and I want you to take me down to the zoo and put me in the cage with my people. And let's say the people from the zoo tackle me, right? And call the police, and the police come and get me, and I sue them for violating my civil rights and not allowing me to freely associate with my people. The mentality of the judges is going to decide whether they even take that case seriously. So, a lot of these little things, for me is we got to look at these signs. And like I said, I hate to just condemn. I don't really think I have enough knowledge. I wouldn't say that, she shouldn't be a Supreme Court justice. I don't have enough knowledge of her for that. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that we do need to start jumping the gun. You know what I'm saying? Because the consequences of these policies, is life and death for us. You know what I'm saying? We living and dying by this. So, yeah, we need to jump on that, early, and especially, and I don't know, like I said, some people in here, I guess they know a little bit more about her and how she's ruled, you know what I'm saying, over the time. But, let's not leave out the aspect, right, that she's getting in there because she's one of us. And see, if we don't hold her to task as one of us now and we support her, it's not going to be no use saying, oh yeah, she black and she still voted the other way Nah. We got a whole herd attack. See, because this is what I'm saying. I'm not, like I said, a lot of things I be saying, I'm not saying in a vacuum. I'm saying that name me, and this is a real question. This is not rhetorical. If anybody knows, I need that name, right? Name a Jewish politician, right, that's elected to, he's the leader of a Jewish area that doesn't support Israel. We're going to move along, but if anybody can find that person, right, and they're the leader of a Jewish area, I'm saying, like, I'm just saying a neighborhood, a Jewish neighborhood. Like, we got Borough Park, Williamsburg, et cetera, here in New York. It's a Law of Life degree day. Yeah, I gotta call it Law of Life. Where you at? So that's why I think these things is important. You know what I'm saying? I'm that's the level that I'm saying it on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just hating on her as a person, or what I'm saying, even whatever her relationship, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But in terms of the impact that these things is happening, you know what I mean? Like, it could be, there's certain positions where it's one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember what happened to Ahmaud Arbery? And the dude who was the father, he used to work for the district attorney. And he put in that call, and the district attorney killed that case until the audio and videotape came out. So you got the wrong person in a well-placed position, man, and we just all on the bandwagon because they black, something's wrong with that. God I.B. said, all jokes aside, by equivocating on CRT, she has proven she is not for original people. CRT has everything to do with her work. Indeed. And it's wild because, like you said, it's so much spoken about, in terms of education and what's going on in the schools. But like you said, it's actually a legal theory. You know what I mean? So, you would even, one would think, you know what I mean, that, she might even, as a very accomplished person in the legal field, you know what I'm saying, may have even had some input on the development of critical race theory. You know what I'm saying? But, these are the things, that's what I'm saying, that at the end of the day, we didn't produce these people. What I'm saying, physically, biologically and all that, but I'm talking about their mindset and everything was produced in Harvard and Yale and Stanford and these different places like that. That's what's shaped and molded their minds and their ideas. See, we're not producing the people from the educational level. Whoa, that's the second time we hearing that. Jason Rosario TV said, I heard she also gave unreasonably minimum sentences in a couple of child pornography cases. It's not a good look, You said, what did Elijah say Pelon and Patmos has the same place? With degree? 27. Yeah, I'm big time wise. You know, I have dedicated haters. You know, they watch all the videos and comment negatively. I'm not exactly sure. You know, maybe wherever they from, it's like 30 or 35 hours in a day. So, you know, they got that type of free time on their hands. Who knows? God I be said I was with Eric Adams until I heard about stop and frisk. Can't take anybody on face value. You know, did you see also he's a part of this national movement to stop people from filming the cops? Like there's just a few little things that he said. But you know, yeah, he's starting to institute a couple of things that it's like, yeah, I don't see how that mix is gonna go together. You know what I'm saying? You know, you reintroducing the jump out boys, and yet you don't want people to film them. You know what I'm saying? Which to me, it just seems stupid in the world that we in, because you know everything is on camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you know you don't want cameras that you don't control. You know what I'm saying? So you can't control how fast, you know, a person can have their cell phone and be live streaming straight to Instagram. So now it's nothing you can do. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, all right, it's filmed and it's in the store. Yeah, that's where we was at. Yeah. Alkim Salam, you from, where you from? But yeah, I'm saying if everything is already cammed up, I'm not sure why they don't want people to have cameras other than, you know, they can't control them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else cameras, you know, you could put them under subpoenas and all this type of things like that where, you know, they can control how it gets released. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember it was that brother, uh, I think Laquan McDonald or something, not too long ago. He got killed by the police in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And they control the releasing of the video, you know what I'm saying, until certain things blew over. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was the election they waited, I mean, it was something specific, a political thing that they wanted to go over before they revealed that happened. Self-our Bill said we're going to see by her ways and actions what she born. Nah, that's what I'm saying. Politics is not like that. Like, by the time we see by her ways and actions, there's going to be rulings that cost people their lives. God, said her parents went to HBCUs. So they old school boule. Oh, Alkim Salam, you from New Haven. Disregard. Right now we're calling Cream City to the stage. But that's Self-Our Bill says stopping people from filming ain't no little thing. He trying to reverse the hands of time. Yeah, you know, I think it's very you know, I look at the three cases, right, for me, right? You got the Breonna Taylor case, right? You got the Ahmaud Arbery case, and you got the George Floyd case. You know what I'm saying? And the presence of the audio and videotape made all the difference in those cases. You know what I'm saying? The lack of video tape made Breonna Taylor subject to whatever the police said they did. Ahmaud Arbery, there was no case until audio and videotape was produced. And, you know, George Floyd, you know, resulted in, you know, some levels of justice being achieved that we never saw before because there was such close-up, intimate audio and video tape of it, to the point where even your police story, right? In your police story, right, you went according to police procedure. But see, looking at that tape, we could see that you was not carrying out the law. You cannot say you was administering justice right there. So you could say whatever you want about your police procedure, you're going to jail. So if I see Eric Adams now saying that he don't want that, you know, at the same time, he's reintroducing, you know, one of the most dangerous units in New York City. We got to ask ourselves the question, but we got to ask and see now it's too late. We could get out there with our signs and picket and all that and riot and tear shit up. But we got to weigh and judge whether we're going to do all that and make a big scene and the same shit is going to happen. Like, if the only difference is you're going to go kicking and screaming, you know, I mean, you know, power to you. You know, you went down with a fight and all that, but you're going down. So that aspect of it, I don't, I think, yeah, we got to start, being out front, being out front, and not just from the aspect of, okay, as these people is getting elected, but also something I observed with Obama is that other groups that was in the coalition that elected him immediately, once he got in office, started requesting for laws that support their cause. So the Hispanic community, you know what I'm saying, they immediately start talking about immigration. The LGBTQIA community immediately start talking about gay marriage. Whoever it was, they immediately put their case in, and we see that they got results. Whereas we have that mentality like, yeah, we're going to hang back and see what they do. And it just hasn't been working. You know what I mean? Like, we try to give these people the benefit of the doubt because they black, and we be happy for them because we know the barriers. And so when we see somebody, catapult over them, it's a lot of times it's difficult to not be happy for them. You know what I'm saying? But, the house nigga is a real person. That's not a fictional character from a movie. And the house nigga does still exist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she's one, but, just in terms of the question, if you're saying that I didn't really see any public flogging, though, because I didn't see any, you know how the news is now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see any news from the right. Like, you gotta look at Fox if you want to hear it being bashed. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta look at CNN if you want to hear it being praised. But, just on that level, we definitely got to get a little bit more on point. A lot more on point. Supreme Man, you still in the room? What happened to Supreme Man? I guess Supreme Man bounced. So, we want to double back now and finally get into, something that I saw here. Like I said, I started seeing, different people in the comment sections, you know what I mean, and it just reminded me of this little saying right here that, was quite common as I was growing up in the knowledge, you know what I mean? And that is that the knowledge is for everybody. Everybody's not for the knowledge. When you deal with a simple phrase like that, any phrase that's simple like that is going to be a lot of ways to look at it. There's going to be a lot of ways to apply it. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much, man, look, the only price of knowledge, especially this knowledge, because of the way we deal with it, the only price you gotta pay is attention. Y'all going in now. the only price you gotta pay is attention. So, saying that to say everybody has access to it. There's no monopoly on the knowledge. Nobody's a gatekeeper of you saying that you got it. Like there's thousands of people out here. In particular, you might hear a lot of people that's 5% have things to say about Christianity, right? This is because that's what was used to oppress us. But just going around different places and, denying whoever people see as God as being God, we got no interest in that. But see, what we do have an interest in is us. And see, that's where the difference comes in at. See, the knowledge is for everybody. You can come and get this knowledge, and you can use it to save your life. You can use it to make records. You can use it, listen, or you could use it. But now, when you say everybody's not for the knowledge, now who's the people that start to fit into that category? See, those are the people that don't respect us and who we are and what we do. See, that's where you start to get into the 10% and who the 10% is. All of us. When we came in tune with this, we was pig eating, mystery God believing, etc., etc. What is this? Let me get back to what I was saying. We came into the knowledge like that, right? And then now you walk around, in command of supreme mathematics, you know what I'm saying? Whatever is other has been your rewards. If you didn't get no rewards, why didn't you leave it alone? That's your own fault. Right? But now, what have you added back on? What have you added on? What do you, what is your equality, right, with the entire lineage of where you came from? See, because if we say that, all right, everything that's physical had to come from an idea, right? It had to be an idea, it had to be, so, it had to exist in the mental world before it exists in the physical world. So in the physical world, every cell in your body, reflects your entire lineage. We could take a cell from your body, or maybe not one cell, a group of cells, how many of them they need, and they can measure your DNA and see the entire lineage of your existence. Somehow people think this shouldn't exist as well mentally. See, everybody's not for the knowledge, and everybody don't respect this, man. See, like I said, y'all giving the knowledge to y'all friends because y'all think this knowledge would be good for them. See, y'all know somebody that's stupid, and you like, yo, man, if he had the knowledge, though, he'd be all right. And then you force this on them. They never understand. And then they end up being a weak link in our midst. And see, if we only looking at things in terms of, yeah, we debating or whatever, and you got this much knowledge, I got this much knowledge, and we come and challenge each other. But if we actually going to do some work, you can't be a weak link, nigga. Because now we all as weak as you. I'm telling you, man, these people got this shit twisted. There's a brother in the what's the name? He's gonna say how many neuroscientists in physics and chemists has the law school produced? Nigga, do you go to a martial arts school and ask them that? Do you go to an art school and ask them how many engineers they produce? Do you go to a cooking school and ask them how many mathematicians they produce? Do you go to a beauty school and ask them how many nuclear chemists they produce? You don't know what a law school is, man. We're asking you to leave us the fuck alone. What is the problem? These people come on here, I'm telling you, they good at pronunciation, they good at enunciation, they're very knowledgeable people. Not that, when you really look at what they saying, they not that bright. If somebody would have went to the Jewish people, right, during World War II and said, yo, man, when's the last time y'all produced a physicist? What kind of question would that be? They're all people that don't understand. This is not a set of facts that you can memorize. See, you know all these facts, but when it's time to move, you always do the wrong thing. Like I said, you got the knowledge and wisdom. You bought that. You bought that from Melchizedek. We know about Melchizedek and selling you the lessons. And we know y'all niggas watch my videos too, even though y'all try to deny it. And you think you understand what's going on, but y'all niggas' culture is fucked up. You don't have refinement, and you're still a fucking savage. And see, that part you can't get over the internet. That's what they don't understand. See, that's why they like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers. No, we know each other. Like right now, if you get in a fight with a dude, right? You already know if he got brothers, you know what I'm saying, how it's gonna be. Why would you treat us any different? That's because you're not really one of us and you don't understand that a relationship, true equality, cannot be achieved like that. You telling me you living out mathematics? How? Show me how it's even possible with the tools you're using. How you gonna tell me, listen man, y'all remember the game Telephone? Does anybody remember the game Telephone? Type 1 in the comment box if you recall the game Telephone. Well, I'm waiting for y'all, man. Let me turn my, I'm about to turn my background sounds on. Y'all know I didn't recall. I didn't recall about my little background sounds. I like to kick it to the beat now. Yeah. Can everybody hear me? Got a couple, for those that might be just getting introduced, I got a couple little selections there that we play in the background. You said the passing messages from ear to mouth passing messages from ear to ear. Listen, let me tell y'all something. And y'all may not know this, but that's what having the knowledge is like in New York. That's what having, listen, I got the knowledge, right? You know, I'm being taught by the firstborn. I know the message I got because I repeated it back. You understand what I'm saying? When we hear people out there teaching that the white man is God, nigga, this is like telephone, son. That's what this shit is like, G. Like, we know what the science is, and then we hear what people are saying, and it's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, there's a little grain of truth in there, but it's been twisted and then misunderstood. Like, it's based on a story that is, you know, you don't know the whole story. So the story originally that you basing it on is twisted, and then you misunderstood what the story was about anyway. Now you come back to New York, and we like, wait, what? I thought you said the fire truck is red. Nah, man, I said the black man is God. Fire truck is red. See, that's what happens when you only get it on the internet. That's why I like this live format better than the other format. You see, if you got a question, you can ask me right now. See, y'all didn't grow up with the famous John Kennedy, quote. There was two quotes that used to circulate widely. Uh, One was from the kind of communist world, you know what I mean, of from each according to his abilities, and to each according to his needs. You know what I'm saying? Meaning we all building on one thing. And whatever is your power to add on, make that your equality. And your equality from the whole will be whatever it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? And another one was from John Kennedy. Ask not what your country could do for you, but what you could do for your country. And those was two things that, they wasn't like lessons that people quoted, but that was, our mentality, you know what I'm saying? All for one, one for all, from, what's that from, the Three Musketeers or something? That was our equality amongst each other. How you get that over the internet? How you get that just studying the lessons? You see, that's the difference. See, I'm starting to see that a lot of these people, one of the reasons they don't want to come to New York is because they know that men don't speak to each other men don't speak to each other in person the way they talk to each other on the internet. So any type of, meeting in person, being on the square is just something that is, not conducive. You know what I'm saying? To, what they want to do. But that's what you gotta understand. If you don't even know a person, how are y'all gonna bring about freedom, justice, and equality together? See, because at the end of the day, like I said, that's the aspect of us being a family, of us being a nation, right? Every family, every nation, they got certain principles that they organized around. A certain amount of tribes that's always been close to each other, a certain landmass, DNA, what is the organizing principles that make us a nation? You got some people, they, it was brother back in the days, man, and it was a situation somewhat similar to some of these things going on. And the way the brother explained it, he said, it's some people that want to be down, but they don't know how to ask. Supreme scientists, we trying to find out the science. Who I want to know who knows supreme scientists. And look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you before you raise your hand. I need to know who you are, because everybody I ever see you with in life is suspect. I'm gonna keep it bricks. I don't trust you and none of the people that you be around. You may be a good brother, but birds of a feather flock together. And if you can't see who this cat is, don't bring anybody around. I need to know who you are. Foundation said that's how I received my pen, 2122 on the square. Wisdom my degrees, and my son received his crown. I mean, like I said, to me, yeah, it is a little bit of a marking. Like, it's just a little bit of an evidence of the changing of the world where like how you saying that right there, right? Like, that's an honor. Like, whatever it is, if you went to war and you got a medal, that's an honor to, yeah, I was at that ceremony. I had the button pinned on me by the president or the vice president or the top general or whatever it might have been. BC Realm. See, you came in conveniently after I explained how hating on New York is white supremacy. So, I just was telling the brothers who don't want to come to New York, don't be a white supremacist. Come build with the guys. But, in terms of you and your vicious comments against the New York Knicks, I just want you to know that that is white supremacy. Yeah, nobody knows him. See, I guess a lot of y'all don't know. This guy actually, he was exiled before. A lot of y'all wasn't on the last live. But now don't try to get on our good side now, BC Realm. Stop practicing white supremacy. Don't worry, us New Yorkers are not going to destroy your way of life. But at any rate, though, the guy, see, like I said, because he's only coming at the world from Knowledge God. So what happened to God Universal IG page? What God Universal? But this guy, right, because he's, you're academic. And so the actual connections between people and all of this, you know what I'm saying? He don't understand, you know what I mean? He don't understand that, yeah, some things, you don't do that. So, whatever was his point he was trying to prove, he made up a fake article. He made a fake article that was supposed to be an interview from Allah. It's supposed to be an interview from Allah to the Amsterdam News, and it had some, information in it or whatever. And when the article was found out to be fake, he was exiled. And I recall at the time thinking, damn, son, like, he didn't even get a chance, you know what I'm saying? But, see, like I said, man, never bet against the blacks, son. The guys knew, if he's allowed to live, he shall surely sting someone else. Oh, we have Akemi Ahmed. Hold on. Stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music. I think it's time. Listen, I think we've run into our first post Michael Jordan crying. We've run into our first post crying Jordan moment here. So this Mr. Scientist, how do you know Mr. Scientist? Because Mr. Scientist, he appears to want some smoke. How do you know Mr. Scientist? And why do you refer to him as Supreme Scientist? Like, is that your friend? Or is this somebody that you're saying is one of us? See, I know what I need next. I know what I need next. Shamel Eternal said, I knew it was fake off the break. It was too perfect, touching on every controversial topic in the nation. NGE versus 5%, power versus refinement. Yeah. I recall. You said Supreme Scientist was never exiled? Okay. Where do you know Supreme Scientist from? And what is your recollection of what was his penalty for doing that? And I notice you're putting exclamation points. I notice you're putting exclamation points as if you're very excited about this. You know, let's face it. Your homie told lies and tried to master the original man. And for that, my recollection is that he was exiled. And he went out of his way to craft a fraudulent document in order to make gods think that something wasn't true is true. So what is your assessment of said activity? Kimmy, Amen. Don't get sidetracked in the comment section. What we want to know is what is up with your friend.
You want a turkey burger?
Yeah. Kimmy, Amen. Are you still there? We'd like to, because we can see that, your friend, he started out with very destructive behavior amongst the God. He is from the tree of Allah and truth. Listen, we're not name dropping. Shout out to Allah and truth. Definitely the true and living. But we're talking about supreme scientists. this is, you know, this is name dropping. You know, but guess what? You know, he's probably from the tree of Allah too. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we're talking about. Who is this guy? Where is he from? And why are you speaking as if he's one of us and he has nothing but a record of destruction amongst us? Yeah, who is supreme scientist to you, man? See, this is what I'm saying, man. When the knowledge is for everybody, but everybody's not for the knowledge, G. That's your brother? Now look, I'm not jumping the gun. I gotta ask you all these questions. Your brother in what? Like, I got biological brothers that ain't got nothing to do with this. You know, I got, brothers, and, brothers, my high school brothers. You know what I'm saying? Are you saying he's your brother in 5%? Yeah, Shama, I think he issued some type of apology. I think he did. That's what I'm saying. He's your brother in what? Peace. Like I'm saying, we're a nation, right, that includes women and babies. Are you saying that what lies, the lies in the Amsterdam News article, just roll it back and lean it back. Whoa, whoa. Oh, so, because I noticed that you've been reading the comment section of Kimmy Amen, and you've seen several people say that this exists. You need proof. What is the proof that you need? Let us know what would be satisfactory. Because, see, I don't know when you got the knowledge, but we were all there. Bro, we not asking about Musa Deep now, man. Is this what? See, bro. The question is, what evidence do you need, right? Besides the several brothers who was there, right? That your man made a fake article in the Amsterdam that was purportedly from the Amsterdam News and contained an interview with Allah in it, saying things that Allah never said. What is it that you need for the proof to know that that's what happened? Because I'm sure it's on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook anymore. So I don't have it saved as I probably would have if I was on it. But you let me know what you need. In fact, let's do it even better. What you watching? You watching this on a computer or you watching this on your phone? Call your homie. Call your homie. Ask him about when he did that. And then tell me if you need more proof. Because you said he wasn't exiled, but you didn't say he didn't do nothing. So it kind of tells me that you do know he did some bullshit. But much like he did, he never denied that he did it. He just said he wasn't exiled. And you ain't answering none of the other questions, my man. What has he built? See, because and now this is personal, but your homie called me a homosexual several times yesterday. You know, he made some other statements. You know, maybe that's my insecurities talking. Maybe it's my own. You know, maybe it's my toxic masculinity that just stands out. Now, I didn't ask you to speak for anyone. I said call your man. Call your homie. See, y'all see how this works? Y'all see how this works? All you gotta do is examine. Remember what I told y'all yesterday? Remember what I told y'all yesterday? That there was 15 people that clicked like on his comments. And those 15 motherfuckers is right amongst you. Examine motherfuckers. You say he's your brother and our God. Are you serious? So if he's your brother and our God, how have y'all two been our God? How's that been working out? Let me ask you a question, Kimmy, man. What's your righteous name? Uh-oh. You got knowledge, God. You got knowledge, God. Knowledge, God. Hammond, don't hurt him. Hammond, don't hurt him. But what's your righteous name? I mean, this was some years ago. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can locate it right now. I'll try to locate it right now. If not, I'm fairly positive that someone has it. I'm sure it's somebody who still has it that is involved with Facebook. I don't see it right here in my Google. But I tell you what I can send you. I can send you this link. I can send you this link right here, Kimmy. Here you go. Since you can't hear me, let me turn my mic up. Can y'all hear me now? Since you can't hear me, would you like to go to that link and read the comments of your brother and I God? And being that you know him a little bit better than me, maybe you could explain it. And thank you, Born. What's your righteous name? While we wait for that, it's funny, Born, because I was just thinking about you. I was thinking about you because I was thinking about this funny story about El Naheem and shit. And I was like, yo, the next time the guy comes on the live and shit, right? Contact him electronically then, Kimmy. However you get in touch with him. But right now, the level to which you're bullshitting, see, wise men speak directly to the point, man. What's your righteous name? And what's up with your home? You got the link right there to go look at his wisdom. And you tell me how you see it. But back to this story though. This shit was funny. And I thought about it after the last time we was on. And as soon as I was like, damn man, I should have told Born that story, but this shit go back to like the man, that might have still been the late 80s. I can't even recall. But in New York City, in general, in the late 80s, there was it's like, common knowledge that in the 80s, it was a lot of young brothers that kind of came to power in the street. So there was a lot of dudes that had gotten locked up in the late 70s and the early 80s. And their mentality was kind of like, yo, these little kids, you know what I'm saying, they babes in the woods. Oh, now you saying you haven't seen him in the physical in years. Yo, bro, pick one. Is he your brother in our God or not? So, back to the story, you know what I'm saying? At that time, you had a lot of dudes that had gotten locked up in the late 70s and the early 80s, and they felt like, yo, the dudes on the street, they babes in the woods, and we seasoned wolves and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, we gonna go out there and press them. And that was like an 85 world thing. It wasn't really something in the 5%, except for this one dude, man. It was this one guy, I met him over there on like 165th and Walton over there. And, he just had that attitude, like just, from the time I met him, he just was like, yeah, you quote and all that, and you talk all the good game, but what you know about the Doom Squad? You know what I mean? I'm Doom Squad, all this time, Attica Yard, this, you know what I'm saying? And so this is going on. Like I can't even say how long, but it's like, yo, every time I see him, it's like, ah man, here we go again. Shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's always like, it never turned physical, but we was always having words and shit, you know what I mean? With him trying to be all aggressive and shit. And me, like, yo, how you see the degree though, nigga? Like, you took on all this shit, boom, boom, boom. So, it happened one day. I'm here in the school, I'm like halfway. I'm like halfway between the doors and shit, right? You come in this door, then that door. I'm like halfway. He opens the door and walks in. So we immediately go into the routine. You know, he's all, yeah, peace, guy. You know, as he's peace, look me all up and down. You know what I mean? He's, you know, like he's sizing me up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, does anybody notice that this cat doesn't have a law in his name? Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Does anybody notice this cat don't have a law in his name? So at any rate, I'm standing between right there, and the cat, he walks in, so we immediately go into it, right? And as we talking, you can see that if we face to face like this, somebody is over here in our peripheral vision. So when we both look over, it's El Naheem, God, and he's just looking at it. He's not making no faces. He's not making no sudden moves. He's not smiling. He don't look like he's about to say nothing, like he want to say nothing. He's just looking at it. And at that moment, all the reaction that the dude was constantly trying to get out of me, it came out of him and shit. And he just crumbled. He just, yeah, like, hell nah, he was looking at him. And he just apologized. He apologized to El Naheem. Then he apologized to me and shit. And it changed the whole dynamic of our relationship after that. Like before that, I used to always hate seeing him and shit. Like, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But after that, where he used to be somewhere and I would walk up, he'd be like, peace, God, how you doing? Yeah, God, peace, God. He'd be out fast. Motherfucking El Naheem. I seen him do that. I seen him do that a lot of times. Quite a few times. You know, to people inside and outside. You know, El Naheem had that effect, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, God, that's when it was. That was when we first came home. Listen, and listen, that was kind of what he did do that. Like when he first came home, you had a lot of dudes that had came home before him, and they was you know, kind of trying to act tough. And when El Naheem came home, like yo, some of them, like it was this one brother, he used to act tough. Yo, this nigga came in and almost fell on the floor kissing El Naheem's feet, man. I remember that time over there in the projects one time. Listen, I gotta tell you that one. I gotta tell you that one next time you come out here. That one shit was serious that day. You know what I mean? It was one of them shits. Look, when El Naheem turned like this, me and him caught direct eye contact. You know what I'm saying? And then he just walked off and went that way. But if he didn't make direct eye contact with me when he turned, it would have been ugly, guy. It would have been real. I'm talking about super ugly, guy. Oh, man. You said, where's the link? So, hold on, y'all. Bear with me for a second. Because what we're going to have to do is switch systems. Y'all know that when I'm doing my, when I'm doing my, you know, when I'm using my equipment and everything, right? a system where you can't come on the live. So right now we're about to switch the system real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everything goes off fine. You know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and put our outro on. We're gonna throw the outro on. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, well, hopefully we might get to it. You know, we need to do our vote for replacing Crying Jordan. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get a Kimmy in the building here. You know what I'm saying? You know, just one last thing I want y'all to know before we go. So we're gonna go out with our theme music for our regular scheduled program, and now we're gonna see if we can switch this over successfully. Okay, that, let me see, we may have some more. Let me see if I can do a little more experimentation here. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere, Kimmy. Okay, it appears, listen, it appears, oh yeah, I sent you the link to the YouTube video for you to see the comments. But hold on, this is what we gotta do, everybody. This is what we gotta do. Everybody, you know, thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean? Look, this is what we're about to do, Kimmy. We're about to end this live, and I'm about to start a new live with the link in it so that you can come on the live and explain your point of view. How about that? Would you like that, Kimmy? Amen? Would you like that? Exactly, Flea. We gotta switch over to StreamYard. So that, you know, maybe you could speak with a little more clarity. Because I would like to ask you why your name is not Allah. Because your friend made some statements, because his name is also not Allah. When I asked him his righteous name, he also didn't say Allah. And he made some statements where I want to see if you see things the same way. Or you're only asking for the link to the artifacts. So you actually don't care about the link to him saying some things about me that, you know, I was informed, you know, because according to your brother, you know, us New York cats, we be on some bullshit. So I asked some of the brothers from the Midwest, some brothers from the West Coast, if the words that he said to me, you know, I don't know how it works in other places, but in New York, after saying these things, we got to run the fade. That's how, you know. That's how, you know, I don't know. Am I on the line? We got born on here. Born from the West Coast. Did we see this? Akimi, our man, said, my name is not Allah because I am my own man. I am my family's foundation. We need a wait a minute, let me see if I got something in the chamber for that. I got let me see. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and germs. Did I not tell y'all that whoever his man was suspect? Did I not tell y'all that whoever was his man was suspect? Didn't I say that? So let me ask you this, man. If you your own man, what's I God about? Why you saying that? Why you saying I God? If you your own man, that's some New York shit, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Did we give you permission to use our word? I never saw that in the dictionary. Where you got that from? No, nigga, you're the entertainment. Is this entertainment or building to be born? Nah, son, don't quote our enlightener. You're your own man. Why you need to use our principles if you're your own man? Listen, Akimi, would you like to come on the live stream? In fact, let me see, can you do shit like that? No, I don't think you can do that. See, what I want to do is go ahead and end this live stream, Akimi, and start a new live stream on StreamYard where you can come in and speak a little more in real time if you really want to be born alive in this building. Because see, so far, what you making born, he said, didn't you just talk about Supreme Scientists calling you names? Now you want to call me names? What is the name I called you? What is the name that I called you? I recall telling you that you're the entertainment. You are the entertainment. Right now, you making me look like, the great Swami. You making me look like the great Swami. Because everything that I said about whoever you was is turning out to be true. We got a couple questions here, and we got to keep it 100. We got to keep it 100. And I got to ask you, man, Akemi, are you white? Boy, it's that's very quite possible. Let's see. Are you white, Akemi? I am not Paru. I am Boricua, 100%. So he says he's Boricua. But it sounds true, Divine. But yeah, what's the name that I called you? I don't recall calling you a name. I just recall saying that you're the entertainment. Yeah, it's showtime. You said you here with O. Who's O? I'm saying, Kimmy, would you like to come on the live stream and build? And because we want to see what you look like. We want to see what you look like too. Oh, he left? I hope he clicked. I hope he clicked thumbs down on the way out, man. I hope he's not, one of these regular cats who come in here with they bullshit, don't even give me a thumbs down, man. They don't want to see me shine. Y'all see how this is simple questions. We don't need the 140. We don't need the solar facts. Simple questions. And watch them crumble. I don't know, boy. They say he left out already, man. Kimmy left out already. Yeah, this is the science. What I'm saying, I was just telling people that having the knowledge now is like the game telephone. I know what the science says. I know what the message is. But now, the message come back from someplace else distorted like that. I'm saying, are you going to come on the live? Because I already told you that I'm not on Facebook. And this article came out, this was at least 5 or 6 years ago. It's not, I tried to Google it, it's not on Google. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, your man has made statements in real time. Because mind you, that's not how this started. This started from the statements that your man made about the nation and me. And then it was just revealed because I don't know who your man is, just like I don't know who you are. So then it was revealed that your man was the person that did that. And then I asked him, right? And he did the same thing you did. He said he was never exiled. And then I asked him again. I said, yeah, you said you wasn't the person that was exiled, but was you the person that did that? And again, he did what you did. Deflect. He didn't answer. I just said, you don't know me, I don't fucking know you. We right about that. The difference is, you trying to say you me, son. That's the difference. See, remember that. You could float the fuck off like a particle in the universe and we wouldn't miss you. The question I got, once again, is are you going to address who your man is? See, you telling me that you know him. What about the wisdom? What about the understanding? What about his culture and his refinement? See, because the shit you talking don't make it sound like you ever left from being a savage. Now I called you a name. See, I asked you, like the brother just said, why you saying I God then if you your own man? What's going on? Is something going on with your service where you're missing whole paragraphs of questions? You don't live with him nor you hold his hand. Then what the fuck you came in here with your exclamation points saying he's your brother and I God? That's what you said. Now we asking you to show and prove something about who he is. How he became your brother and I God, and now you telling me you don't know him. Yeah, when you got knowledge of self, Kimmy, when you came into this, well, when were you exposed to this? Man, we gotta get the Jeopardy music, son. We gotta get the Jeopardy music. Say you own I got more refinement than you. Look how you acting. Yo, what it says, you can show out all you want. All I asked for was proof. I got knowledge around born Bill. My G, our God is the culture that was started by the man named Allah. And you said you was your own man. So you got your own name. And I'm saying, why don't you get your own shit? Why don't you get all the rest of it on your own too? It's that simple. Is there a reason you can't get your own culture and your own name for your culture? Is there a reason you can't get your own language, but you got to use ours since you're your own man? Tell me where, how does that, because we got the knowledge degree and we got the wisdom degree, the original man and the colored man. Now, who is the own man? Who's that? Who's that in the lessons? Why are you using our stuff? Because you're not us. Okay, so what's your culture? You said you got your own shit, hence my name and my culture. What's your culture? Because you just said somebody was your brother and I God. Nah, he wasn't taught by no A-Sun Truth. He just name dropping A-Sun Truth. And what you name dropping him for? I thought you was your own man. Don't use my brother's name to shield your dirty religion. Playing myself? How? What's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen? Listen, man. Battery power is going down. Y'all know the last time we got cut off abruptly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they name dropping. That's what he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? You know, listen, man. Battery power is going down. You know, uh, indeed, life for life. You know what I'm saying? You know, you said you got your own lessons. Lessons don't stop at 120. I mean, listen. You know, look. Come on. For these last couple minutes while we on, open up the floodgates and let us know. Give us all the evidence that you're not one of us. Because I don't know. Listen, we showed you love. You've been coming on the channel for a while. And we showed you love until you revealed you're not one of us. You see why you gotta watch who you teaching? You see what I mean when I say understand what you build? See, whatever experience you had with this dude, you know what I'm saying? That's why we used to get bombed. We used to get bombed for being with people that ain't know their lessons, God. That's how I knew whoever's with this guy. Yeah, us, Kimmy. He says Silver Fox ain't my root. His teachings were ran out. I mean, what is Silver Fox? Did somebody bring up Silver Fox in the comments? Because I didn't bring up Silver Fox. See a lot. Silver Fox taught the white man is God. From what I understand, they straightened him out about that. I don't know. Do you want to get into that? Like, why are you bringing that up? Because, oh, I see right here. Yeah, oh yeah, he's part of the crew with CLR. Oh, Church of Hip Hop did. I mean, it really doesn't matter, it can be. It's what you're saying. It's what you're saying out your own mouth. It's like you like Gusto. You like Gusto from you like Gusto from what was that movie? CB4.
Peace, Darkim.
Peace. You like Gusto, man. Like when you go outside in the street, do you tell people you're 5%? Like how do you feel just lying to people like that? Just walking, do you tell people that? Like Kenny said he know 120 and beyond. So, have you gone beyond supreme mathematics? Great question, Mr. 120. If someone asks you today's degree, are you going to quote 120 or your own lessons? Great. Hey, listen, Allah will manifest. You just redeemed yourself. You just redeemed yourself from, it's been a good 3 years. You just redeemed yourself from about 2 or 3 years of crazy talk on here. Mr. Akemi, what flag you wear? It's full stop, all of the questions. What flag you wear? You asked me, what did I say? I asked you, have you gone beyond supreme mathematics? And the following question is, which flag do you wear? Or do you have a flag that represents your culture? And if so, what is it? So you said when somebody says today's degree, you said today's degree and my own lessons, I'm quoting and adding on to their cipher. What does that mean? You lost me with that one. Oh my word. So the universal flag, you said the universal flag is your flag, right? So look, we just need for clarity here. For clarity, would you mean the one that was designed by Universal Sham God in 1966 and presented to Allah in 1967? Are you talking about that one? Let's be clear. Are you speaking about that one? All right, I gotta let you go, Kimmy. I gotta let you go, Kimmy. It's not too much. Is there anything to all the people in the room? Because like I said, the battery is almost gone. You know what? We had so much fun tonight. When I get to the lab, we coming back on. Listen, I don't know if it's going to be on here or the city sciences. We might have to go to the city sciences, man. We might have to go to city sciences tonight. But we going to see, man. I think we're going to just come back on here. But look, is there anything else that anybody, if you in the audience or whatever, is there anything else you need to see here? See, y'all asked me a while ago, y'all said, yo, God, how you be seeing through these cats? See, I was around the masters when they exposed cats this same way. Remember, what's his name? Dr. Cupid, Prince Cupid. All I seen them all get exposed. This is all you got to do, son. This is why I say examine. He comes on here talking this whole circle. He's his own man. He do his own thing. But you wear that man flag, though. That was a gift to that man that he gifted to us. But those that bore witness that he was Allah. Not those that was walking around talking about they was their old man. When does that count? You just want to do what you want to do with this man's things, right? I expose myself. I mean, I've been exposed, my nigga. You know what? Nigga, I've been front line since the 80s. See, you claim you don't know me, but nigga, you always on my videos. Fuck is you talking about? You didn't have to ask me my righteous name. You calling me by it right now. How about that? See, it's what you call showing and proving and what you call showing and telling. See, you can tell motherfuckers your coach is our God. But nigga, I ain't got to say a motherfucking thing. You could go ask the city of New York, the state of New York, the fucking United States Corporation. You could ask the Board of Education, Department of Correction, the hospitals, wherever. You can go on your own and ask about me, my nigga. Oh, Don, see you still caught up on the Amsterdam news? No, we passed that. See, when you first came on here, I was asking you to say something for your homie. But see, like I said, see, you claim I exposed myself, but see, what I exposed is that I told them who the fuck you are. And you turned out to be that person. We're not talking about the article no more. We're talking about you. Remember I told you a while ago? You're the entertainment. Listen, to my brothers and sisters out there, you're welcome. Hey, listen, look. Thanks, Obama. You're welcome, brothers and sisters. Now, y'all don't have to be stunned. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, battery power is going down. We're going to sign off for right now. Like I said, thanks to the brother, man, for bringing us the easels. You know what I'm saying? We got 6 easels that we're going to start off the art class with. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wait for the weather to warm up a little bit. You know, we probably started off right after, school. You know what I'm saying? When the weather's a little bit warmer, we're going to set the easels up outside with the what you call them? The canvases or whatever, and just have them drawn out there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the face painting. We're gonna have the face painting. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it moving like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we got a little bit of time to expose these fakes. Because what we really doing is build. You understand what I mean? See, this is why I ain't got to tell nobody. Alright? See, people know what I'm doing, and that's why they add on. That's why people add on. So, you know. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna throw on a little outro, how we always do. Yo, origami is dope. Medina, the origami, you know what else I want to do? You know how to do that stuff? The lanyards. Yeah, that shit used to be dope, man. I used to love that shit. But it always was just some place where it was like, damn, man, you know, you been there, but I want to go play over here. But if you could do the lanyards too, we need to do that with the art and the face painting and the origami too. I used to like that shit too. Look at that. Why you gotta throw the random Jews? Why you gotta throw my subscribers under the bus, man? I'm the one that said what I said, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, man. Don't be a hater and, you know, have this kind of shaky, you know. If you gonna hate, nigga, hate all the way, man. Like you seen Beat Street. If you gonna hate, nigga, hate like spit. Be real about the shit, son. What kind of hate is that? You gotta listen, be like the Joker, my nigga. Don't fuck around.